Shita, since I think, as you mentioned, you consider you're an economist, you relate to being an economist more than you relate to other things. So if you were the chief economist or economic advisor of our country, and if you had to revive the economy, looking at the current state of economy, what would be 3 steps you would take to revive the economy?
Ma'am, in the short run, I think revival of consumption can help in lifting the GDP. So I will focus on the rural segment because the marginal propensity of consumption of rural people is more. So I will focus there. Secondly, I will focus on manufacturing because going forward, we need nearly 55 to 60 lakh jobs annually, and manufacturing offers a very fertile ground in which we can utilize our demographic dividend. Along with that, focusing on infrastructure building as the government is doing, so better implementation of that can help in reviving the economy.
Do you think government should print more money?
Ma'am, I don't support printing more money because it creates a lot of inflation and erodes the purchasing power of people. And it also can lead to depreciation of currency and can create current account deficit.
Do you support that we should have helicopter money to increase consumption? As you said, we should increase consumption. So what is your idea about the concept of helicopter money?
No, ma'am, I don't support helicopter money. The reason being that targeting in the helicopter money will be very inefficient and it will lead to more harm than good in the economy.
Can you suggest an alternate?
Ma'am, we can do targeted direct benefit transfer to people. We can reinvigorate and finance Manrega as well as come out with urban employment guarantee programs. So that will help in putting more money in the hands of people.
Okay, Ishita, since you're from Delhi, name a few slum areas in Delhi.
Ma'am, there are slums in Saket, Tughlakabad. I don't know the exact names, ma'am.
It's okay. Do you know how these slums contribute to economy of Delhi? Can you think of how slums will contribute to economy of Delhi in case you don't know?
Ma'am, I think slum provides very cheap labor and the street vendors etc. which are providing the home-based services, they come also from the slum areas. And it gives a lot of scope for the government to intervene, create infrastructure, and through that we can create more employment. So that is how slum can contribute.
Okay, since you come from a girls' college, tell me, don't you think this is also gender inequality to have an exclusive girls' college?
Ma'am, my college was established in 1950s. Then the higher education prospects for girls were very limited, as well as the prevalence of patriarchy as the social structure is such that they put barriers to the access to education in co-ed school back then. But now I think a more level playing field has been created, so there are no reasons to create exclusive government schools, and there is a lot of social change that has occurred over time.
Okay. Ishita, when our parents slap us at home, be it mother, father, sometimes brother, we find it okay. Why is it not okay if a husband slaps me? Why should that not be okay then?
Ma'am, I think violence should not be tolerated if it is done even in the domestic sphere also. So when we are children, sometimes punishment is given to us. But when we grow up and we marry someone as equals, then in that case, tolerating violence it's not something that we should promote.
Okay, since you want to work in Haryana, I'm sure you have already mentioned about the skewed sex ratio in Haryana. Let's say I put you in a situation where you are the DM of the district and there is a family that has 6 girls as children and they have the 7th one, they're expecting the 7th one. How would you convince them to keep the 7th one and not kill her?
Ma'am, there are very many government schemes that are running to support the girl child. So I will make them aware about these government schemes. Secondly, I will tell them about the role models that they can look towards to. Since Haryana is a state where very many athletes, particularly girl athletes, have come forward. So they should provide them the capital, necessary capital, and they can also do wonders.
My last question is, can you name a few girl athletes? Or maybe women who have recently won in Olympics?
So Geeta Kumari Phogat is one. Her sister, Babita Kumari Phogat.
Recent ones?
Ma'am, Saina Nehwal. She's also from Haryana.